Friday, July 25th, day 132 on the Appalachian Trail. So I stayed last night, really nice spot. I was the only one there. There were some tenting, camping, hammocking spots just to the right of the suspension bridge that I crossed over the big branch. River, stream, I'm not sure what they actually call it. But it was a nice spot, close to the water. Did some laundry. Rinsed my shirt, my undershirt, my socks out, and had my Crocs on, and I stuck my feet in the water, probably mid-calf deep, and washed out the mud from the bottom of my pants as well. They look a lot better, very different than they did yesterday. I've been collecting mud on them for several days. So it was nice to get those washed up, and I just wore them until they dried out. Well, they didn't really dry out. Nothing dries out when it's 96% humidity. But anyway, we got a good start this morning, about 10 after 8. I was up earlier this time. Wanted to get up about 5:30. It wasn't happening. About 5:45, there was a very annoying, high-pitched chirping bird. I'm not sure what kind it was, but he started singing and wouldn't let me sleep anymore. So I got up and then just started taking care of things and got away by about 10 after 8. Walked up to the Big Branch shelter, which was not impressive. No tenting or hammocking spots at all there. The privy is up a steep hill, but I used the privy there and then continued to go. Met another hiker who was following me. He'd stayed at Thru Hike shelter last night, the one where the bridge is supposedly out. Looks fine. I think everybody's walking across it, but Professor Lotek from California, he was doing some calculating on how many miles a day with no zeros it would take to get from here to Katahdin by September 1st, and it was 14 point something, 2 maybe. His anniversary is on Labor Day, so he needs to be back. And we know that New Hampshire is going to be slower. We need to bank some miles in Vermont to account for that. But it's a nice day. Oh, yeah, I was going to comment. I made the comment yesterday about the weather forecast had changed and chances of rain had sort of abated a little bit. Never believe the weather forecast. It rained yesterday afternoon for probably half an hour, maybe longer. When I got to Thru Hike shelter, where that bridge was at, it started to rain. I resupplied with water there and waited a little bit and then just decided to keep hiking. So it was another 6 miles or so to 6.5 miles to where I ended up camping. And it was fine, but it rained a good share of that time. And then last night, thunderstorm, big lightning, loud claps of thunder, rain. My tarp was wet this morning when I packed it up, so I'm carrying extra water in the tarp. But that's all right. Today, clear skies. I don't even see a cloud up there. So hopefully it'll be a nice day for hiking. Not sure what the temperature is going to be. I didn't have signal at the last shelter or the last campsite, so I couldn't check the forecast. But like I said, maybe that doesn't matter anyway. Forecast is hardly ever correct. But it's nice to know if there's a bigger chance of sunshine anyway for the course of the day or the next few days. All right, trying to make 17 miles today to get to Clarendon shelter. I think I can do it. Started early enough, 10 plus hours of hiking time. Should be able to make that. The other thought that I had to do with just the amount of time that it takes for me to get going in the morning. I've sometimes been concerned about that, and then I thought, as I was eating my breakfast today, I thought, it's fine. There's more to this through hike than just hiking. There's enjoying the routine. There's enjoying your meals, sitting by a stream, listening to the water rush by, listening to the birds, soaking in the sun, taking breaks on the trail, like this one here. I haven't had any snack, but I just took a break to make the video. Talking to other backpackers. You know, there's a lot more to the through hike than just hiking the trail. And I think once a person realizes that, you can begin to get a little more enjoyment out of it, reflect a little bit more, and just not worry so much. Yeah, you got to get miles in, but that'll come. That'll come. As long as you don't feel too much pressure to do that. And there's a little bit of that for me to get to Katahdin by Labor Day or the day after. All right, I'm gonna grab a quick snack here and then push on and see if I can make the next shelter in about an hour or so, and then keep moving. A couple of significant climbs today. The last one before Clarendon Shelter is going to be pretty steep, but it's short, thank goodness. So end of the day climb is never fun, but then it descends into the shelter, so that'll be much better. All right, stay green, keep growing. It's Patriarch pushing on. It's just fun walking along the trail and hearing the sound of a stream that's probably less than 50 feet away. Can't see it. You can see some of it up in there rolling down, but yeah, just a really neat sound. So I just had lunch at the Little Rock Pond shelter, one of the shelters that is manned, not really manned, but there's a caretaker, that's what they are, from the Green Mountain Club that lives there. Took a picture of where they live, pretty close to the shelter. Really nice shelter. Lots of tent spaces available. Beautiful view of the pond from there. And so, got about 13 miles to go yet today. Stopped there for a little lunch break. First lunch anyway. Gotta make sure I keep calories coming in, keep the body fueled for the climbs. I've got a couple of long climbs, and then at the very end, if I make it all the way there anyway, I've got a really steep climb. We got two kind of steep climbs. They're both relatively short, but steep nonetheless. All right. Moving on. It's not quite noon. It's an hour away from noon. Trying to see how far I can get by noon. Cut the amount of mileage down for this afternoon. All right, pushing on. This is listed in far out, sort of a viewpoint anyway, as the rock garden. Just gonna walk through, sort of scan things here. And you got some up in the tree. Interesting place. People have taken rocks and Just done all kinds of stuff with them here. Mostly cairns they've built out of the plethora of rocks that are here. Anyway, it's just kind of an amazing sight to see all these pillars that have been erected, all these cairns. A couple over on this side, right in the middle of the trail. I don't know that they serve any particular function, except just decoration and a place for backpackers and others to be creative. Anyway, this is the rock garden. This has a number here. Looks like it says 500. That might be southbound. Or 600? 600. We're less than 600 to Katahdin at this point. Anyway, kind of cool. The rock garden on the way down the hill here in Vermont in the Green Mountains.